Okay, let's dive into a really fascinating and, honestly, pretty provocative idea. What if our next big evolutionary leap isn't just about building shinier, faster technology? What if it's about blending that technology with the kind of deep, instinctual wisdom we see in the natural world? That's the whole idea we're exploring today. This concept of a conscious bridge connecting our ancient past with our high-tech future. And this quote it nails the moment we're in, right? You've got these three huge currents: ancient philosophies, bleeding-edge AI, and our growing understanding of consciousness itself. And they're all coming together at the exact same time. The thinking here is that this isn't some random coincidence. It's a convergence that could totally unlock a new chapter for all of us.
You know, this really gets to the heart of the anxiety a lot of us feel. It's this tension, right? On one hand, it feels like we're more disconnected than ever, that technology is pulling us away from the real world, from nature, from each other. But what if that's not the whole story? What if, inside all this chaos, a totally new kind of connection is actually being born?
To really get this, we have to start by looking back, way back. We need to talk about a type of intelligence we've mostly ignored, a kind of instinctual wisdom that other animals on this planet still have in spades.
So let's ground this in a real and incredibly powerful event, the Indian Ocean tsunami back on December 26, 2004. It was an unbelievable human tragedy, but in the middle of all that devastation, it showed us something absolutely extraordinary about awareness.
The difference in what happened next was, well, it was staggering. On the human side, when the ocean pulled back, which is a classic sign of a tsunami, a lot of people actually walked out onto the exposed seabed, just out of curiosity. They had no idea what was coming. But the animals? They did the exact opposite. Elephants were reportedly breaking their chains to stampede for higher ground. Dogs were refusing to go anywhere near the beach. They knew. They sensed it.
So, how did they know? Was it magic? Nope. It was just better data processing. Animals are tuned in. They can feel the Earth's primary P waves from an earthquake, which travel way faster than the destructive waves we feel. They can detect tiny shifts in air pressure. And here's the crucial part. Their instincts translate that sensory data directly into action, into survival. There's no debating, no second guessing. It's a direct connection to their environment, a connection we've pretty much lost.
Okay, so if we've lost that connection, how in the world do we get it back? This is where the whole argument takes this incredible, almost paradoxical turn. The very tool that could reconnect us to nature might just be the most unnatural thing we've ever created: artificial intelligence. So first, just think of AI as a translator for the language of the Earth. It can sift through massive, and I mean massive datasets, weather patterns, seismic chatter, ecological signals, and it can learn to read the patterns in nature that our ancestors probably understood intuitively, but that we just can't see anymore. Second, AI could literally become a bridge between us and other species. Imagine if an AI had been listening to those elephants in 2004. By correlating their specific trumpeting calls with the seismic data, it could learn that that specific sound is a reliable tsunami warning. It's like building a Rosetta Stone for the entire animal kingdom. And last, AI can help us zoom all the way out and see the really big picture, the intelligence of an entire ecosystem, the incredible logic of a butterfly migration across a continent. These things operate on a scale our brains just can't compute, but an AI can. It can process all that data and show us the larger systems of intelligence that are working all around us all the time. So, where is all this heading? This idea of using AI to reconnect with nature isn't just a cool tech trick. It's presented as a really critical part of our bigger evolutionary story.
You can kind of see this journey in three main stages. Stage one was our ancient past. We had this deep, instinctual, almost primal connection to nature, but we didn't have much abstract thought. Stage two is basically right now, a world of incredible science and logic, all built on abstract thought, but it's come at the cost of a profound disconnection from the natural world.
Which brings us to the goal, stage 3, or conscious rootedness. The key here is that this isn't about going backwards and giving up our modern minds. No way. It's about moving forward to a place where we integrate the best of both worlds, combining the incredible power of our rational minds with that deep instinctual wisdom we lost, creating something totally new. So if that's the destination, where are we now? Well, all the chaos, all the disruption and confusion we see everywhere, that isn't just the system breaking down, it's the transition. This is what the journey from stage 2 to stage 3 actually feels like. And there's a really powerful way to think about this, the chrysalis metaphor. You know, before a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it has to dissolve inside its chrysalis. it turns into this soupy mess. It's a total structural collapse. And in a way, our world right now, with all its old systems, political, economic, starting to crumble, it's in that chrysalis phase. It feels chaotic and scary, for sure, but it's a totally necessary step before something new can fly.
This means the breakdown we're all feeling isn't a failure. It's actually creating the space for something new to grow. It's the empty field where new ideas, new ways of organizing ourselves, and a whole new kind of consciousness can finally take root. The old stuff has to dissolve to make way for the new.
Which leaves us with this final thought. This convergence of technology, nature, and wisdom, it's already happening. The bridge to a new way of being is being built, whether we pay attention to it or not. So the only real choice we have is whether we're going to cross it with our eyes open.